you're a man rebuilding after loss, or divorce, or betrayal, or any type of collapse, this is for you. Not the loud rebuilding, the quiet one, the real one. Because the truth is, rebuilding isn't loud. It's discipline. So it's no fake motivation, it's no victimhood, and it's no bitterness. Because the truth about loss is it does three things. It strips identity, it exposes ego, and it reveals character. When it strips your identity, it forces you to look at the essence of your soul, because it exposes your ego. And you get to see all the things you allow outside of yourself to influence your character. Whether that comes from ideologies we adopt, falsehoods we live, or just the stress of society. It affects the person that we project, because that just becomes a mere distortion of who we truly are. So sometimes a loss isn't a minus, it's a clearing, it's a cleansing, it's a preparing of the soul. Because in order to move forward, you got to be shown all the things you allow to influence your decisions. So that way, if you don't want to make the same mistakes, you'll start moving out of character. See, the thing is, when a man loses something of value, a relationship, a company, a version of himself, he feels exposed. And when that happens, he responds one of three ways. He gets loud, gets bitter, or he gets distracted. Loud looks like announcing your comeback before you've built it. Being bitter is blaming everyone for your situation. And distracted looks like scrolling, drinking, chasing validation, trying to stay busy so you don't have to sit in it. And the truth is, none of those are going to build foundation. They just numb the fall. Because a man without structure is going to collapse under emotion. And it's not because he's weak. It's because emotion without discipline leads to chaos. And quiet discipline isn't loud. It's not dramatic. No one's going to clap for you. No one's going to repost it. It's just you doing what you said you were going to do. Planting that brick even when you said you wasn't going to do it today. Keeping your word to yourself. Choosing long-term respect over short-term relief. And quiet discipline is private, but that's why it's so powerful. Because a man that becomes disciplined in private is unshakable in public. If you're rebuilding, here's the shift. Stop asking yourself how you feel today. And ask yourself, what would a disciplined man do today? Because your mood's going to change every morning. Your standards shouldn't. You can't build a new world off emotional weather. It's built off a daily structure. And that's getting up at the time you said you would. Moving your body. Finding something that increases your value. Watching your spending. Protecting your reputation. And limiting your exposure to negativity. And it's not because you're feeling strong. It's because you decide who you're becoming. Identity builds. And the problem when most men are trying to rebuild a new life, they don't rebuild their identity. And identity is the foundation, because if you're a man that still sees yourself as what you was, your shortcomings, your loss, the failures, then you're going to operate from that place. So here's the shift. You are a man of discipline. You are rebuilding with intention, and you are becoming dangerous in a quiet way. That changes how you feel about yourself. It changes how you walk, how you speak, how you respond. It changes how you spend your time. You stop reacting and you start leading yourself. That's why quiet wins long term. And here's what people aren't going to really tell you. The loud comeback rarely survives. It rarely lasts. The quiet rebuild does, because it's not built or fueled off of anger. It's built off of structure. And when you start moving in silence, your confidence becomes eternal. Validation foundation becomes irrelevant, and your work starts to speak for itself, and then that's when people start to tell you, yo, you've changed. They don't remember, or they don't see all those early mornings, all them long nights, all the restraint, all the time you chose discipline over distraction. All they see is the stability. But that's not even the goal, to get back at people or even to be solid. The goal is to be steady, to become a man whose moods don't affect his direction. Self-discipline, quiet discipline, teaches self-respect. And self-respect is something no one can take from you. And a man with self-respect doesn't deal with weakness. So if you're rebuilding now, good. That means you get to choose your foundation. No hype, no bitterness, no noise. Your structure, standards, and quiet discipline. Because you don't rebuild loudly, you rebuild daily. And then isolation will start to look like strength. If you're rebuilding quietly with no bitterness, stay here. Y'all be cool while y'all be cool.